this meeting of the Moore County Board of Elections to order. I would like to begin by asking everyone to please stand and recite the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could we start the roll call and please state if you have a conflict of interest?
Martin Carpenter, no conflict.
Susan T. Adams, no conflict.
Holly Powell, no conflict.
Craig Kennedy, no conflict.
We have a disruptive behavior policy affixed to the post at the door. I don't think today will be an issue. There is no public comment. Therefore, I am assuming all have read the minutes that have been presented to us. I would love to entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? If not, all those in favor of accepting the minutes presented as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Absentee board meeting data summary. We now turn it over to Carrie.
Hello.
Hello.
If you want to go ahead and first check the machine.
Yes.
Make sure all folks are.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Or do we have to initial?
At the end. Yeah, I just wanted you to see the same
Still
number
at 3.
that's on
Yes,
the
still at
screen.
3.
Gotcha. You know, we don't do this every day, so we have to
Yeah.
be reminded.
You have to lead us by the hand.
Okay, if we want to read off the ballots to confirm against the poll book. Again, if you need for spot checking, you can spot check all of them if you'd like. There's a whole 2.
All right. So the first one is military ballot, and it is Sterling Baycott. And then an overseas ballot, which is Jessica Ang Street.
Okay, if we want a motion for approval,
Is there a motion for approval of the acceptance of ballots we just previewed?
So moved.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? If not, please acknowledge your acceptance of those presented by saying aye.
Aye.
okay.
Are you done, Carrie?
Yes, ma'am.
We have next on the agenda the election observers. Madam Director?
Okay, so, yeah. So, okay, so the state board, finally finished, amending the draft. So this is the final number memo for, election observers for this municipal election. As I stated before, this is the first time for us having election observers for a municipal. Everything is just about the same as it was before, except for because the candidates do not have their party listed, it will be up to the party chairs, which I've sent information to them for them to know what party the person is registered as. Any unaffiliated candidates that we do have, and I think I have like 2 or 3, they will be responsible for appointing their own observers if they choose to do so. What will take place is so early voting, both parties will be able to have observers. On election day, they will only be able to have observers where that party is actually represented. So
I'm sorry, through that party what?
is actually represented. So say, for instance, like in Robbins, all of the candidates up there are all Republicans. So only observers that are a Republican could be up there. They wouldn't have Democrat because of what the candidates are registered as. And so that's the way that we have been guided to do that for this election.
Have you sent notices to the unaffiliated candidates so they can appoint observers?
I have one. I have to get up with the other 2. I'm going to have to really just call them because that's why we try to take information from them. But I haven't. No one has said anything, but I am going to do a personal call just to be like, do you know, you're aware, and just to make sure that they've been made known for my own personal sake. So
Because that's not something they'd necessarily be familiar with at
yes,
all.
ma'am. And some of them, I think, like the one lady in camera, I think she's new. I'm not sure. So these are new people that've never done it before. So I'll take care of that for them. Mm-hmm.
So the chief judge will have the list of names provided by the county chairman that are going to be observers on election day
Yes, for that particular party,
for
yes.
that
So
particular party.
mhm.
Now I have to admit, I don't understand why can't be whatever the parties want to submit. I mean, the Democrat, if you got a Republican only, my guess is Democrats would like to observe and make sure everything's okay. Same thing with the Republicans. If the Democrat only, Republicans like to observe. So I just don't understand why we're limiting observers to only the party. Nothing we do about it, but it just doesn't make much sense to me. We shouldn't be allowing people that are authorized to observe to be able to observe from either party or unaffiliated, as long as they've gone through the proper process and been their names submitted. But just my thoughts on it, and that's all.
I agree with Marty.
I'm sorry.
Mark
what?
that
And, I mean, I assume that's a state board decision when they wrote the memo.
It's a state board decision.
So that was January 24.
No, this is just recently when they decided to allow them in nonpartisan elections.
I'm seeing number 3 here. It says, as of January 2024, the parties may appoint observers where the party has a candidate appearing on the ballot. That looks like a January 2024. And at the bottom,
If you look at, no,
He's looking at page 2, Ms. Holly, on the bottom.
page 2.
So at first, it actually stated that as of January 1, that parties were not able to appoint for the municipal. And then what the update, October the 8th of 2025, it says they can appoint. However, like I said, they can only appoint to the whatever the person is registered as.
if you look at the first page, it was updated to 8 this year.
So it's gone back and forth.
Yes.
If there was something in January 2024 that said parties only, then it was changed, and then it's back again as of October 8th. Okay. Kind of crazy, but that's the way it is now. Are you going to be doing any training of observers, or is this still only the parties doing the training of observers?
It's the parties, but I've been sending out information to the parties because there's videos. The state board has videos. In some cases, I've had to send them in like doses because the files are too big, or I can do links. But there's different videos for the parties. Because I think what I found out is each party has a training that they do when it comes to the observers on how to upload information into their app for their party, but then the state board has specific training to give to the parties that are their guidelines. And I think that was the misstep, that they weren't getting the guidelines that the state board had. So what we decided to do as well, and it's in your packet, we were laminating, and it's probably towards the very back, yes, the very back page. We were going to laminate what the state board had observing the election inside and out, the do's and don'ts, so that each observer, okay, so each observer that comes in will actually get this copy in their hand. Once they come in, they introduce themselves, we check them off the list. We're going to actually give them a laminated copy of this so that they can kind of review it. If they have any questions, usually myself or Annie, we're kind of there before early voting opens, so we can kind of go over stuff. So they'll know what the state board requirement is if their party chair has not, or whoever's in charge of the observers haven't given them training.
That's a good idea, yes.
I think on the email you sent us, there was one video attached.
Yes, ma'am, because what happened was one of them kicked back and I hadn't sent out anymore, so I had to figure out a way to send it without it kicking back.
So we will get it.
Yes, ma'am, you'll get it, yes. Because the county has been doing a lot of security measures and it's like really tight now. And so I'm having to figure out ways to kind of get around it. And so when we did the first one, I know the board got it, but then I got an email that said you guys were blocked. So I was trying to check to make sure who got the email, who didn't get the email. And so I had stopped to make sure I could verify what was going on. And so I could verify that. And so one of the IT people showed me a different way to link it where you can have access regardless of what operating program you have. And that's what I want to do. So I can go back now and send everything out to everybody. And they'll get to keep this, or they just have it for their, oh yeah, so they'll have it while they're within the enclosure and then they'll hand it back out, hand it back to them. And we'll also do this not only for early voting, but election day as well for the observers. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anything to report to us?
No, not right now. We just have to verify the numbers match and totals, and then that's all that I have.
There being no further business to come before the board this afternoon, we have had such a lengthy meeting. I applaud you for your patience, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. This meeting is now adjourned. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there, motion has been made and seconded. We are adjourned.
You're in a hurry. You were ready to get.
Anybody want a cupcake?
Absolutely.
Do you have napkins?
You're bringing it.